Deion Sanders can't rest easy as Shedeur Sanders' NFL dream fades amid Brown's replacement chatter. By ABF Sports. A father's recovery, a son's uncertain future, and a family at the crossroads of football fate. When Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, posted another one of his motivational monologues on Instagram this past Monday, many saw it as just another jolt of inspiration from a man who's made resilience his brand. But this time, the post hit differently. Not because of how it was written, the structure was familiar. Not because of the timing, Monday morning, as always. But because of the undertone, the context, and the weight that only a father could carry while watching his son's NFL dream start to unravel. It's July, and while Deion may be finally regaining strength after an arduous health battle, which included multiple surgeries, amputated toes, and chronic circulation issues, his son Shedeur Sanders seems to be walking a treacherous tightrope with the Cleveland Browns. And the rope is thinning. You've been lied on, but you're still standing. The Instagram post that reignited the conversation about Shedeur's status started innocuously enough. Deion, reflecting on both physical and emotional recovery, posted, "This is going to be a great week for you, because you've gone through it and made it." He then doubled down. "You've been talked about and still kept your name whole, and you've been lied on, but you're still doing what you're called to do. Now it's your turn to look and laugh because you are resilient." On the surface, it was classic Coach Prime, blending spirituality, swagger, and grit. But for those following the drama in Berea, Ohio, where Shedeur is currently trying to survive his first NFL training camp, it felt like more than that. It felt like a veiled message to a son being boxed out of a narrative he believed was his to write. Back in health, but not at peace. Let's be clear, Deion Sanders is doing better. After years of pain, surgeries, and forced sideline moments with his Colorado Buffaloes, the Pro Football Hall of Famer seems more vibrant, mobile, and mentally sharp than we've seen in years. His Instagram is full of life, clips of hunting trips with Deion Jr., quiet fishing moments with Travis Hunter, sideline sessions with recruits. But behind the positivity lies a storm he can't ignore. Because while he's focused on returning to NCAA domination this fall, his son's fate in the NFL is slipping, perhaps faster than anyone expected. The Shedeur Sanders hype machine has gone silent. Only 2 months ago, Shedeur Sanders was a sensation. The Browns took a chance on the Colorado quarterback in the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft, a move many expected to be a steal, considering Shedeur's college stats, poise, and pedigree. He had all the makings of a future face of the franchise. For 1,445 passing yards in his junior season, 70.5% completion rate, 38 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, NFL-ready arm mechanics and awareness. Combine that with the Sanders name, and it seemed inevitable that Shedeur would be fast-tracked into serious QB1 contention. But the honeymoon didn't last. Minicamps were solid, not spectacular. During May and early June, Shedeur showed flashes of brilliance in Brown's OTAs. Coaches noted his quick reads and ability to build rapport with receivers. Veteran QB Joe Flacco even complimented his poise. But for head coach Kevin Stefanski, solid wasn't enough. Insiders now reveal that Shedeur has quickly fallen behind Kenny Pickett, who was acquired in a trade from the Steelers, and even rookie Dillon Gabriel, selected in the 3rd round, 1 round before Shedeur. According to NFL analyst Jay Crawford, Stefanski never truly saw Shedeur as a starting option. Shedeur was a long-term project, not the centerpiece. The Browns saw him as a developmental 3rd or 4th string option, not a face of the franchise, Crawford told local Cleveland media. And with Joe Flacco still on the roster and mentoring the locker room, Shedeur's future feels more like clipboard duty than commanding huddles. The latest bombshell? A new quarterback could be coming in 2026. As if falling down the depth chart wasn't enough, there's now speculation that Shedeur may not even be part of the long-term plan in Cleveland. NFL insiders Ryan McChrystal and Mike Moratis recently revealed that the Browns are strongly scouting Drew Aller, the Penn State quarterback widely projected as a top pick in the 2026 draft. Moratis went so far as to say, if Aller builds on what he did last season in 2025, he could be the first signal caller selected. And the Browns are a very realistic landing spot for him if they stink it up like many expect them to. Let that sink in. Shedeur Sanders, the son of Coach Prime, the shining light of Colorado football, the QB who once called Tom Brady his mentor, might be replaced before his second NFL season even begins. What went wrong? Many believe the writing was on the wall from the beginning. During draft night, Browns GM Andrew Berry had already prioritized other positions. Their selection of Gabriel earlier than Shedeur was symbolic, if not damning. Then came Pickett, then Flacco, and now, Aller is being whispered as the future. So what happened? System misfit. Stefanski's offensive scheme prioritizes quick, horizontal reads and immediate pressure management. It's designed for rhythm QBs, not necessarily those with Shedeur's deep shot preferences. Perceived distractions, whether fair or not. Some within the organization reportedly saw Shedeur as a media magnet more focused on branding than playbooks, a critique Coach Prime himself often hears. Crowded room. With Flacco, Pickett, and Gabriel ahead of him, Shedeur simply lacks the reps to prove himself, especially without preseason games to shine. A father's pride meets a harsh reality. While Deion Sanders continues to support his son both publicly and privately, his tone has shifted slightly in recent weeks. He no longer calls Shedeur QB1 on social media. He no longer posts videos of his son training at dawn. Instead, his messages are more global, more philosophical. They hint at pain, but also patience. "You've been lied on, but you're still doing what you're called to do," he wrote, not just for himself, but maybe especially for Shedeur. Where does Shedeur go from here? The 2025 NFL season hasn't even begun, and yet Shedeur Sanders already finds himself fighting for survival. Will he make the final 53-man roster? Could he be stashed on the practice squad? Is a trade request on the horizon? All options are on the table. The Browns, while not outright cutting ties, are clearly signaling that their trust lies elsewhere. And with Drew Aller looming, the countdown may already have begun. But maybe this isn't the end, just the crucible. Every great athlete has faced doubt. Tom Brady was pick number 199. Aaron Rodgers had to sit behind Brett Favre. Kurt Warner worked in a grocery store before going MVP. Shedeur Sanders may yet write his own underdog story, one not defined by the hype around his father, but by his own rise from football shadows. He still has the arm. He still has the IQ. He still has time. But what he doesn't have, at least not for now, is the franchise's belief. And until that changes, Deion Sanders, now healthy and healed, will keep watching, keep posting, and keep hoping. The Sanders legacy, a new chapter. For over a year, Deion and Shedeur were the most dynamic father-son duo in sports. They electrified college football. They broke attendance records. They sold out jerseys and made Colorado relevant again. But now, they're in different places. One recovering, the other regressing. And the journey ahead won't be about highlight reels or viral moments. It will be about grit, about proving critics wrong, about rewriting a legacy that seemed destined for greatness, but now sits at a crossroads. Shedeur's dream isn't over, but the fairy tale is paused. Only time and preseason snaps will tell what comes next. For now, Coach Prime isn't just posting motivation. He's praying for a miracle,